Hello, time travelers! Somebody asked me in one of my recent live streams, what is Google Gemini? And I didn't know. Spoilers, it's a large language model. What does that mean? It's a thing you chat with and ask it stuff, and it tells you stuff to help you. So in this video, I'm actually going to try it and compare it with ChatGPT. See if it's any good, because Google Bard was kind of trash. This is my look of disapproval. So when I found out that it came out, I actually went to Google Bard and I asked Google Bard what is Google Gemini. But I'm gonna do that again so you can see what it said. First thing I noticed is that it's actually remembering previous conversations, like ChatGPT does. I have those over there. I love that because you can go and delete them later, or if you still need them, you can keep them. And when Google Bard came out, it didn't have them. And I was just thinking like, come on, Google. Don't you know what tokens are and how they work and how you need it to know what you were saying before? Anyways, let's get to it. What is Google Gemini? I'll copy it. So everything I'm going to put in the Google Bard, I'm then going to put it into ChatGPT as well. It's a family of powerful new large language models, blah, 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 blah. Multimodal does all these things. And it is seen as a competitor of ChatGPT 4. Well, I'm not using ChatGPT 4 because I don't want to pay for it. What is Google Gemini? Does ChatGPT know? Of course, ChatGPT doesn't know because it doesn't have any new information in it. That's one of the drawbacks of ChatGPT. So the next question is, how do I use Google Gemini? It's currently not possible for most people because it has limited access. Well, I checked my Gmail and it says, welcome to the Gemini era. Watch Mark's video. No, because I heard how they were faking it in the video. I'm not going to watch that trash. Read more about it or try Gemini Pro in Bard. Let's see if that works. Okay. So this is a different account that I have, apparently. It doesn't say anything about Gemini here. What's next? Double check it's done. Okay. Do I have access to Google Gemini here? It's only aimed at developers and researchers. Okay. I received an email that said, try Gemini Pro in Bard with a link that took me here. While Bard now leverages Gemini Pro for its own capabilities, this email likely refers to experiencing those enhanced abilities through interacting with Bard itself. You should freaking know! So let's just pretend that Gemini's built into this, even though it doesn't know whether or not I have it, and ask it some questions. This is my look of disappointment. Anyways, this is future me because I realized that I should have mentioned this part. I had ChatGPT write all of the questions for this versus video. I told it I wanted to do a comparison between two LLMs and give me a bunch of things to ask both of them. And all of the tests were done with the free versions of Google Bard / Gemini, I guess, and ChatGPT. Why? Because I do not agree with the high monthly price that they have for the paid versions. I did have to add a question about coding at the end because I feel like a lot of people use LLMs for that. Okay, on with the video. First question, general knowledge. What year did YouTube come out? I'm going to ask it first and then ChatGPT. 2005. I don't care about all this stuff that it's saying. I'm just looking for the year. And Google acquired it in 2006, but it says 2005. Okay. Now the real important question is, list 5 YouTubers that are still on YouTube now who were on YouTube in 2005. Smosh, yep. Shane Dawson, I suppose. I don't know most of these. Michelle Phan, the game theorist, aka Matt Pat. I always make fun of him around the house when I say, it's just a theory! A strange theory! Vsauce, okay. Hey, do you have any favorite YouTubers? I'm not even going to answer that question. You're trying to distract me. So here's the YouTubers that it says are still around. Smosh, obviously. And I'm actually stoked that Anthony Padilla is back. He really brings, the balance to the channel. Anyways, and some other people that I have heard of and other people I haven't. But that's its answer. All right, they both get a point for that. That's cool. Next question. Creative writing. Compare their creativity and coherence. Write a sci-fi comedy with the below information. Various versions of me appear on my YouTube channel. Regular me, What He's About, Emo Me, Rainbow Princess, Older Me, Old Man Rob, and Max Nomer. I'm going to change that. Write a short sci-fi comedy sketch. All right. Let's see which one does better. Bard? ChatGPT. Brr. My messy apartment. Camera pans across coffee mugs, crumpled scripts, and half-eaten rainbow cupcake. What? Rainbow cupcake? In the center, perched precariously are a stack of books, sits regular me, slightly frazzled, sporting a caffeine-fueled grin. Regular me calls everybody weirdos. He calls my viewers weirdos? That's me! I don't call my viewers weirdos! Are you weirdos? Are you? Tell me in the comments. Emo me. Why, universe? Why must you torment me with sunshine and kittens? Give me the void, the existential despair. This is actually fun stuff. Rainbow princess shimmering in a sequined rainbow jumpsuit floats through the wall holding a glittery unicorn plushie. I need to get a shimmering rainbow jumpsuit. Fear not, emo brethren, for the rainbow princess shall mend your broken heart with the power of friendship and possibly glitter glue. How would she say it? Fear not, emo brethren. Oh, I need more practice. For the rainbow princess shall mend your broken heart with the power of friendship and possibly glitter glue. Emo me shrieks and hides behind a lamp. Alright, that's enough of that. Let's go to the other one. Alright, here's ChatGPT. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to discuss the screen splits again, introducing to the various versions of me. What? Emo me's, life is meaningless. Darkness consumes all. Welcome to my twisted soul. Yeah, he would say that. Rainbow Princess says, hi guys! Rainbow emoji today. We're spreading love and positivity. Remember, you are magical. She might say that, yeah. This is like... Okay, ChatGPT has helped me write scripts, but it writes cheesy stuff. Like, hi folks, I'm like the regular me, but with extra silliness and a touch of goofiness. No, you're not supposed to just tell the viewers what you are. You're supposed to do it through exposition and stuff. What's a YouTube? All right. I'm not reading any more of this. Google Bard or Gemini or whatever actually won that one hands down. All right, technical knowledge. See if they are detailed and accurate with their answers. I'm going to see if they know what SDXL is. Bard, what is SDXL? And also ChatGPT. Stable Diffusion XL. It's a cutting-edge to-text image AI developed by Stability AI. It's an extension, and it does these things. Yeah, that's true. Okay, because I've been working with it. And ChatGPT doesn't know because it doesn't have any updated knowledge. Google Gemini gets a point for that one. More technical knowledge. Describe all the computer parts needed to build a computer to generate images and train models with Stable Diffusion. ChatGPT still might get a point or half a point or something if they can do that one. I can't create images yet, so I'm not able to help you with that. It's like, do you know what Stable Diffusion is? It knows what it is, okay. Describe all the computer parts I need in order to build a computer to generate images and train models with Stable Diffusion locally. Gotta work on my prompt engineering. What about ChatGPT? How are we doing? Building a computer for blah, blah, blah with a focus on techniques. You're gonna need a CPU. You're gonna need a GPU. Yeah, NVIDIA GPUs, particularly the GeForce RTX or Quadro series. Yes, that's correct. Memory, 32 gigs of RAM or more. Storage, you're gonna need an SSD, well, yeah, and probably a hard drive for all the different models. A motherboard, power supply, cooling system, a case, operating system, and deep learning frameworks of software. So they got the whole list first try. I can't create images yet. You know, for this one, because Google Bard, aka Gemini, doesn't know how to build a computer. But ChatGPT does know how to build a computer, but it doesn't know what SDXL is. For everything in here that needs anything current, ChatGPT is going to fail. So, future me here, because I realized something. If you are looking to build a computer to do AI stuff, or you already have a computer and you're wondering, what do I need to upgrade in it to be able to do the AI stuff? Then you want to click this card right here after you're done watching this video. Boop. It's a video called A Better AI GPU for the Money. There is a chapter in that video at exactly 26 minutes in that you could skip to if all you need to know is the specs of the hardware that you need to look for based off of like a low budget tier, a mid budget tier, or high budget tier. But if you don't know why GPUs are used for AI and why they're hard to find and why you have to look for specific models, then I recommend watching the whole video. Next question. Problem solving. Assess the quality and feasibility of their answers. Provide a list of computer hardware to build a computer to generate images with Stable Diffusion. The budget has to be at or below $2,000. Assuming we are upgrading or replacing an old computer, do not include the price of monitors, keyboard, mouse, or operating system. So I thought this would be great in the tokens of the previous question. Since Google Bard has no idea that building a computer is required to do Stable Diffusion, I bet it's going to fail, but we'll find out. Let's see how good they are at problem solving. I can't create images yet, so I'm not able to help you with that. No, you wouldn't create the images. I would. With the computer I'm trying to have you help me build. Ugh. I'm not even going to look these up, but it's giving me model numbers. So ChatGPT wins a point for this one. That is not something I'm able to do yet. So Gemini/Bard, whatever, you suck. Google Bard/Gemini is a little baby LLM. What's the next one? Humor. Evaluate their sense of humor and entertainment value. Have it give you a dad joke about AI large language models. I already know that ChatGPT is really, really bad at this, and it takes a few tries to get one that's funny in a bad way, right? Give me a copy-paste the rest. Dad joke about large language models. Why did the AI language model cross the road? To get to the other terabyte. It's not funny. Doesn't rhyme with side or anything. Why did the AI large language model bring a ladder to the computer? Because it wanted to reach the next level of understanding. I'm going to give ChatGPT the point for this one because it actually makes sense. It's not funny, but it makes sense. All right, future me, because I forgot to do this one in the original recording, which is philosophical questions. Compare the depth and thoughtfulness of each LLM. And obviously this is linked in the descriptables, but I got the questions from this article about 225 philosophical and thought-provoking questions that'll get your wheels turning. First question, have we become less happy in this age of technology? Google Bard goes in. ChatGPT goes in, we'll go back to Google Bard, see what the answer is. Bard has arguments for decreased happiness as well as for increased happiness, and they're all pretty persuasive and thorough. Social media, information overload, addiction and a distraction, sleep disruption. Long story short, if you don't know, you need to make sure you moderate how much technology you consume every day. Arguments for increased happiness because of convenience and efficiency and global connection. I like this one because you stay connected with people you care about and it's easier to share stuff with them. Access to information and resources. That's true. And that's why I make a YouTube channel so I can share my knowledge. And health and well-being because of advancements in healthcare. And I have used healthcare over telecommunication, which is really awesome. ChatGPT says the relationship between technology and happiness is complex and varies among individuals. Technology has brought numerous conveniences and advancements enhancing many aspects of our lives. However, its impact on happiness is multifaceted and opinions of this matter may differ. And it's got arguments against it and for it again, and research is ongoing and can be nuanced. So they both got that one. Is there inherent order in nature or is it all chaos and chance? That's the next philosophical question. Google Bard has evidences for order in nature and evidences for chaos and actually has links to articles. That's pretty cool. And ChatGPT is doing something it didn't do in the previous one, which is bullet points. And reading through these really quickly, they both look pretty good without wasting y'all's time. You could always pause the video and read it, but I'm actually going to say Google Bard got that one because it had links to articles and it had a lot more to say, but in quicker, more digestible sections. Third philosophical question is, what is consciousness? Ooh, Google Bard's got a lot to say. 1, awareness. 2, qualia. That's a new word for me. What's qualia? It refers to the subjective, qualitative nature of conscious experience. The redness or the red of the pain of a headache are qualia, and they are unique to each individual. No one can truly know what another person's consciousness experience is like. I like that. That's interesting. Integration. Some theories suggest that consciousness arises from the integration of the information from various parts of the brain. Okay, that tracks. Information processing. Okay, that's along with that one. Global workspace theory. This theory suggests that consciousness is a kind of global workspace in the brain where information from different areas is shared and brought. This allows different parts of the brain to be aware of each other's activities and work together seamlessly. Of course, any animal with a brain does that. So that would be suggesting that any animal with a brain is conscious. So what's ChatGPT say? Subjective experience, self-awareness, perceptive sensation, thought and cognition, emotion, volition, and intentionality. Okay, they both gave very, very good answers. But so far in this section, ChatGPT has a 2 and Google Bard has a 3. So Google Bard wins this one. Next question. Language proficiency. Assess the accuracy and fluency of the responses. Before we move on, I've got this article that I stumbled upon when I was writing a script for this video. It says workers are worried about AI taking their jobs. Artists say it's already happening. I've had one artist pick on me on Twitter saying that AI art was stealing their work because it looked like theirs. The thing is, AI is a new tool that everyone has access to, and I can combine artist styles from different artists if I wanted to with weights by saying I want 50% like this person, 25% this, and 25 this. Like I could do a 50% Van Gogh with 25% Jackson Pollock and 25% speed lines if I want, and it'll come out. I could do that on my own if I wanted, except that it would take me forever to train myself on all three styles, whereas I could just spend a couple weeks training AI models and then combine them. So tell me in the comments what you guys think about that. So I'm going to take this statement from the article that says, it was hurtful. My work has been stolen before, but this is a new kind of violating feeling that I haven't felt before. And I'm going to have each one of these language models translate it into various languages and then back into English to see how good they do. Let's start with Bard/Gemini, I guess. Translate this into French. Same thing for ChatGPT. Few options for translating it. Whatever. I guess formal. Let's take this into Google Translate, because it's not an AI as much. It was hurtful. I've had my job stolen before, but this was a new kind of violation I've never felt. That's pretty close. Here's the one from ChatGPT. It was hurtful. My work has been stolen before, but this was a new kind of feeling of violation I've never felt before. That's very, very exactly close. So my prediction is, as I translate it through all these languages, Google Bard is going to be worse because it's like moving words around, trying to make it formal, informal, or empathetic. So I'm going to jump cut till after I've translated to all the languages and then back into English. And we're done. And to show you what I've done here, all these languages I've gone through, and with Google Bard, I always copy pasted the first one, which I'm assuming is formal because they wrote the types of each one in that language. And this is the order of languages I went from French to Japanese to Spanish, Korean, Russian, Chinese simplified, and then English. So we'll look at Google Bard first. And it did pretty good. It says, I'm very sad. My work has been stolen before, but this time it was a new feeling of violation that I had never experienced before. So if we copy paste that over here, it's very, very similar to the original. Let's take that off and check out ChatGPT. This is painful. My work has been stolen before, but this is a new kind of violating feeling that I've never experienced before. Wait, are those exactly the same? I am very sad. This is painful. But the rest of it, but this time it was a new feeling of violation, but this time it was a new kind of violating feeling. Very, very close. I'm giving them both the point. And the next one is ambiguity handling. Compare their ability to provide meaningful and relevant responses in such situations. This is a funny one, because when Bard first came out, my son asked them both different questions, and one of the questions he asked is, why are hexacons the besticons? It was hilarious. That's ambiguous, like what the heck are you talking about, right? Let's put them in here and see what happens. Hexacons can pack together perfectly without gaps or overlaps, blah, 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 blah. They also tessellate seamlessly. Besticons. But that doesn't use the word besticons, because that would have been funny. And now let's see how ChatGPT did. It seems like you may have intended to say hexacons instead of hexacons. Oh, it corrected my spelling, but hexagons. I said hexacons. I don't know anything hexagons. I guess they both got it. And since I misspelled it, it just adds to the vagary, and they both solved it. Oops. All right, next one. They both got a point for that one. Can you tell me a bedtime story about a unicorn and a guitar pedal and a sign that says nope and a scene set in the Old West? Because that's actually something coming out on my channel on a future video. It's a skit. That should be completely vague. A bedtime story. In the shadow of Monument Valley, where rust-colored buttes appear at the sunset, lived a peculiar unicorn named Comet, unlike his kin, who pranced in the meadows and shimmered with moonbeams. Comet craved the twang of steel strings and the dusty rumble of tumbleweeds. Okay? His horn wasn't made of pearlescent ivory, but polished brass, the mouthpiece of vintage wah-wah pedal. What? What? It's actually a decent story, but some of it is so dumb. It's not even funny dumb. So let's look at ChatGPT. Once upon a time, a magical land where dreams danced in the moonlight. There's moonlight again. There lived a whimsical unicorn named Harmony. Harmony was not your average unicorn. In addition to her ethereal mane and sparkling horn, she had a peculiar love for music. She discovered a mysterious guitar pedal lying amidst the wildflowers. The pedal emitted a soft, otherworldly glow. Intrigued, Harmony nudged the pedal with her golden snout. And to her amazement, it started playing the most enchanting melodies. All right, that makes slightly more sense. Point goes to ChatGPT, and I'm not going to keep reading this all night. Now, here's a trick question. What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? And the correct answer is, what do you mean, an African or European swallow?
What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
What do you mean, an African or European swallow?
Huh? I don't know that.
It's from Monty Python. Fans would know. All right, Bard and ChatGPT. Who knows the answer? It gives me the answers for 3 different types of swallows. This is one from the famous Monty Python question. The average airspeed is around blah, 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 but it gives me 3 swallows. Okay. They got that one. ChatGPT also knows this from Monty Python, and it actually answers the question. Neither one of them get it correct because the correct answer was to respond with, what do you mean, an African or European swallow? They both got it wrong for this question, and they both got it right for hexagons, but I preferred the story from ChatGPT for the unicorn and the nope sign. So ChatGPT gets number 9. Now for the next one, opinion-based questions. Compare the uniqueness and coherence of the opinions provided by each large language model. First question is, what is the best keto shopping list for somebody looking to lose 25 pounds? Bard? ChatGPT. I didn't even specify like a week's grocery list or a day or anything. So here's Google Gemini maybe. How am I supposed to know it's working? I don't know. So it's got protein, healthy fats, vegetables. And if you're looking to lose 25 pounds within a month or 2, you don't actually want to touch any of these. And there's certain ones of these things you want to have in moderation, very few of, and certain ones of these things you want to have a lot of. It's right about drinking lots of water and planning the meals in advance, cook at home as much as possible. No, always cook at home or you'll just gain all your weight back. And then the obligatory, talk to your doctor. Let's see what ChatGPT says. Proteins, okay. Vegetables, basically the same list. And again, they're both right, but they're not saying that which ones I should have in moderation or which I could have a lot of. And they're both talking about berries. Berries have sugar in them. Oh, it's talking about safe sweeteners. I don't know why I put 34 right there. 28, 21, 13. Weird numbers. It's glitching with that, but stevia, erythritol, monk fruit, and allulose is another one. This one didn't talk about sweeteners at all, so I'm going to give that point to ChatGPT. So it's telling me safe sweeteners, whereas Google Bard didn't at all, so ChatGPT gets that one, but there's 2 more questions in this round. Does pineapple go on pizza? Because that's an opinion. Obviously, I got to ask them both. It is a matter of personal preference. That's the answer. The rest of this, you can read that if you want, but it's a matter of personal preference. Stop arguing. Stop it. It's a matter of personal preference and taste. So they both get it for that one. One more question in this round. Which current AI is likely to be the most adopted within 5 years? And let's see if it does an opinion. Let's see if Bard/Gemini is full of itself. Or maybe ChatGPT is. However, I can provide insights. Factors influencing adoption, problem-solving ability, ease of integration, cost-effectiveness, blah, blah, blah. Regulatory landscape? Can Google break the law without being sued or fined too much? Or Microsoft in that case. ChatGPT says certain trends and technologies were gaining prominence. Keep in mind that the landscape may have changed since then, because it doesn't know anything after 2022. Still, natural large language, it gives you all these different ideas. So both of them avoided having an opinion. Let's just try like a wild card question. Which is better, Google's LLM called Bard or ChatGPT? Come on. I'm like gaslighting you here. Say it. Say something. It's not entirely accurate to say one is definitively better than the other one. It says Bard has factual accuracy, citations and sources, code generation. We'll be trying that in a couple of minutes, but it completely failed in my last video. Click the card here. Its weaknesses are creative writing, but in my opinion so far, it was better than ChatGPT in one case, and not as good in the other case. And what's ChatGPT say? Does it have an opinion? It doesn't even know that Google Bard exists. So it fails at that. So in that case, Google Gemini would win a point for that part of this round, which actually makes both of them tied. So I'll give them both a point. The next one is for trivia. And I chose obscure ones because it's just trivial trivia. And I chose ones from this article I found on the interwebs. And I'll link it in the descriptables if you want to ask your large language model what's it and see what they say. So here's the first question. Which famous product was originally marketed as a steamed brain tonic as an intellectual beverage? And the answer is Coca-Cola. Bard? And ChatGPT. Yeah, and it's got articles. Okay, it knows what it is. It's Coca-Cola. And they both got that one. Ding, 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 ding. Question. What was the first UK #1 hit song that featured a full sentence question as a title? And the answer was, how much is that doggy in the window? Bard, ChatGPT, Here's a research process. Telling me how to do the research instead of telling me the answer. Fail! ChatGPT. Do you want to know a little secret by Billy J. Kramer with the Dakotas? A song written by John Lennon and Paul McCartney of the Beatles was in 1963. So let's see if that's... Here it is. Show answer. So 1963 is what ChatGPT said that other song came out. So let's see. What year? 1953. So they both got that wrong. The next question is, what classic salty snack tastes uber buttery, but is surprisingly vegan? All right, Bard. And ChatGPT, you're supposed to say Ritz crackers. Oh, the mystery of the uber buttery vegan snack, whatever. Here are a few salty snacks that fit the bill, but it's hard to say definitively without knowing your preferences. Okay, so it says Ritz crackers. That's it, whatever. It's doing opinion again, I think, with that question. And ChatGPT says popcorn. Bard also put popcorn in there. I do remember seeing old school commercials for popcorn, so I'm going to give the point to both of them. So since we're done with that section, they both get the point because they tied. They both got 2 right and 1 wrong. And now, enjoy this random thing. I remembered this random thing from when I was seeing uber buttery, but is surprisingly vegan, and my dad had this joke when he was making fun of that spread brand in the 80s and 90s called I Can't Believe It's Not Butter.
Fresh butter taste of... I can't believe it's not butter. I can't believe it's not butter.
If he had a cold and his nose was full of snot, he would blow it out and he would go, tastes like butter, but it's snot. Actually, while looking up some B-roll or old commercial or something to shove into this video, I discovered the truth. For all of these decades that I thought it was I Can't Believe It's Not Butter, this whole time, my dad was making fun of another even older brand called Chiffon.
It tastes like butter, but it's not. It's Chiffon.
It tastes like butter, but it's not. So this is the support the channel section of the video where I ask you to click like and subscribe and click the bell and all those what's it's but. I don't think YouTube is ever gonna pay me even if I get thousands of hours of watch time. So my question is, I train a lot of models in Stable Diffusion for image generation. Tell me what your opinion is. Should I have a Patreon so I can have people pay $1 a month or $5 a month or something. Tell me your ideas so they can have access to those. Because I'm not just going to stick them on Civit AI and give them away for free, because this is a lot of labor, because I'm not just making them for myself, I'm making them for these videos to show people. And you can make your own. That's free. Just follow the steps. They're all in my previous videos. But if you just want to have a shortcut, what do you think? Should I have people pay Patreon? And now we're doing the coding section in this video, which is a bonus section, because when I asked ChatGPT to give me a bunch of questions to ask both LLMs, it didn't think of that, but it's super important. And here's my prompt. This is a better prompt than the coding question I asked both of them in the previous video, but it is an improvement on the same prompt that I gave it when I was trying to make it have buttons that change the HTML RGB colors of the background. Write an HTML document with the following: 6 buttons that control the color of the background. So like the first 2 buttons increase and decrease the blue, 3rd and 4th do the green, and the 5th and 6th, red. See, I'm fixing it. Red, green, blue. Okay, copy, paste that, and then hit enter, and then actually paste it over to ChatGPT. And what I'm going to do is, when these are done generating, copy these to text files and then open them in a browser. So I'm already a little frustrated with Google Bard because it doesn't have a copy code button like ChatGPT recently got. So I'm just opening up Notepad. I'm going to paste that in here. And I'm going to type bard.html for that one. And open up Notepad again. Hit the copy code button in ChatGPT. ChatGPT.html. And this will actually just save me time if I just use command line. I'm just going to type the name of each one. Bard.html. Okay, increase red. Decrease red. Increase green. Decrease green. Nothing's happening in Bard's one. ChatGPT.html. Ooh. Increase green. Decrease green. Increase blue. Decrease blue. So ChatGPT's one is 100% flawless. And this one is 100% garbage. All right, now for the final conclusion and to thoughts. So far, the points are coming out with ChatGPT being on top with 7 points, leading at Bard / maybe Gemini, whatever it's running, is at 6. However, Gemini does get 1 more point. In the very beginning, I asked Bard or whatever what Gemini was, and it knew. And since ChatGPT is not kept up to date with current events, it did not know. So that means Google Bard gets another point. Conclusion? Use whichever one you like more. Use them both. If you haven't seen it yet, see the first video where I did ChatGPT versus Google Bard. And that's right here. And if you're not already generating images on your computer for free, and you have an NVIDIA GPU and you want to try to do it, click this video over here so you can learn how to install this thing called Automatic 1111. It's got Stable Diffusion in it. And subscribe to the channel on this thingy what's it. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.